Hi again and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about this album here, which is Loreena McKennitt live at the Royal Albert Hall, which was recorded back in 2019 or 2018. And my kind of time with Loreena started through a phone call from a really good friend of mine and a great producer and musician called Stuart Bruce. Lovely guy. And he rung me and said, "Rob, what are you doing tomorrow?" And I was like, working for you, hopefully. And he said, "I've got an artist, a very, very well-known Canadian world music, Celtic folk crossover artist called Loreena McKennitt. I think you'll be a perfect drummer for this project because of the subtleties and you're open to different, percussive and rhythmic ideas, and you might be asked to play with your hands, you might be asked to play with brushes or mallets, or it could be a combination. And I just know, you could do the job." So I was like, cool. So I listened to the music and it was very beautiful. And I went down the next day and ended up staying for maybe 3 days. And some days I was just hanging out because the band was so lovely and Loreena was fantastic. And said, "Just come back and hang out, Rob, and we may need you for some shakers or maybe not, but come on down." So it was great. You don't get that very often at sessions. You do your business and then you're gone. Drums back in the car or whatever. And it could be after a week or after 2 days or a couple of hours, So that was good. And I met Hubie and Caroline and Brian and Dudley as well, bass player. And they were all really, really nice. It wasn't a rock and roll scene. It was, we're all older musicians and kind of been through that. So it was all kind of very sensible. We'd have nice dinners together. And I really enjoyed the music. And I wasn't sure if the album they were working on actually was called Lost Souls. And I wasn't sure if my drumming would stay on it because I was told very early on that Manu Katché would be flying over in maybe a week's time. And I thought, well, maybe I'm just playing some stuff that he's going to come and play over, or maybe he's going to be on top of, like Peter Gabriel does, sometimes have one track with 2 or 3 drummers on, but only bits of what they did. I wasn't sure what it was, but I was happy to work and happy to meet new musicians and work with a great artist. That's always a good thing. And then eventually, Manu, I think, I know he didn't come in the end, and they used tracks that I'd recorded, and there was another drummer. Between us, we did everything that Loreena needed for that catalogue of songs. And I thought that would kind of be it. And then all of a sudden the phone goes, I don't want to say 6 months later, I don't know, 3 months later. Anyway, phone goes and it's a number in Pasadena. And I was like, wow, what's this about? And it was Brian, the guitarist. He plays all the 6-string, 4-string instruments, bazookies and all sorts, very talented guy. And he asked if I would want to play drums for the upcoming Lost Souls tour. And I was like, hell yes. And that was that. And it was the start of a really great relationship with Loreena and the band. And like the Susie crew, all the technicians and sound guys, everybody, they're just really, really lovely. And it's like a little family. Once you're in that bubble, it's a great place to be. And along our journey, we toured South America, parts of Canada, parts of Europe and the Mediterranean, and it was just a wonderful time. And drumming wise, I was playing with my hands at times, sometimes playing the darabuka, sometimes playing finger cymbals and Tibetan bells and all sorts of things. It was a really nice eclectic mix of sometimes playing a groove with sticks, brushes or mallets, sometimes being quite loud, but most of the time just fitting into the music and feeling the ebb and the flow of Loreena's natural way of playing. And some tracks I wouldn't even play on at all. So the light would go down that was on me and I'd just sit there and just listen to this lovely music and look at these lovely crowds. And we played some lovely auditoriums and arenas as well. There was one on my birthday in Turkey that was a big arena and they had big screens in the middle of the room like they do for the boxing type thing. And that was a memory. That was ace. And yeah, and along the way we recorded this bad boy live at the Royal Albert Hall. It's the only time I've played there so far. Hopefully play there again. And it's a wonderful night. I think it was the last gig we did in England that year, and then we were going to go off to France and Belgium and tour around Europe for a bit. And it's a memorable night, not just because it's the first time I played there, but I had a lot of my friends came along, my Auntie Jane and my mum. You know, it was a real lovely evening to know that they were there to some support of my friends and family who could get tickets, you know, and I got a few backstage passes, all that kind of thing. And it was just great. And I know this album's been out a while, but I've been just tracking it down, and I've been lazy contacting the management to say, guys, could I please have a copy? And Loreena very nicely signs a CD and sends it to the band when a project is completed. So I got a CD copy that was straight in my car and brought back some good memories. It sounds great, and it was mixed and produced by Loreena and Stuart Bruce, who was involved in the Lost Souls album, and he was there on the night with this, as was his partner, good singer Jenny Crook, and artist songwriter who I also work with. And here's the album. And if you're a fan of, if you've got eclectic tastes and you like world music mixed with kind of folk and all that stuff, so I guess world music covers it really, then you'll love this record. And I know a few friends of mine, including Sean, went out and bought it as soon as I put a picture up on Facebook. So thanks for that, Sean. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a lovely listen, and not that I listen to myself a lot, because that always feels weird to me, but it goes on the turntable occasionally, and I pop outside on the decking and have a glass of wine listening to it, and it's just a really wonderful memory of a good evening. And I was happy with my performance, and we had some extra musicians joining us that night to bolster the percussion and stuff, and that was amazing. And nothing but good memories of playing the Royal Albert Hall, taking pictures, wandering around, thinking of the other famous people that have played there. You name them, they've been there. And downstairs in the corridors, there's all these pictures of like Frank Sinatra and people playing there. And it was just a hell of an experience. And to have it captured on a recording of any kind, whether it be a reel-to-reel or something, or a Betamax video, is amazing. But to have it on CD, obviously, and then on vinyl, it'll be great. So thanks for watching. That really ties up a few things that I wanted to talk about that's happened lately with the meeting Gary Newman and the Grammy certificates, and then the release of this record. I'm going to be filming some more drummy things. If you're dying to see some more drummy stuff, which is, I guess, why you're here, that will happen. On Sunday, I'm going into the studio and I'll be recording a few little bits here and there, and there'll be some more pad stuff. But also check my shorts, because the shorts I do very, very quickly, edit them and get them out straight away. That's the lovely thing about it, isn't it? Immediate, and the immediacy of it. There's going to be loads of those. Some I've been doing with Lindrum in the background and my 808 in the background, and just playing over the top of that. So there's a few things happening. So again, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Pass these videos on to other drummers and musicians who might be interested. Any Loreena fans may be interested in this one. Who knows? But take care, guys, and I shall see you soon.